This bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Tonight on The South Today, Dunedin locals let loose at the Wingatui Racecourse as it hosts a day in the field. Air New Zealand's latest safety video puts Otago in the spotlight, featuring hundreds of locals. And a group of Otago Boys High School pupils take out top honours at the Young Enterprise Scheme Business Awards. Kia ora, good evening, I'm Holly Buchanan. Some Dunedin locals are letting loose at the Wingatui Racecourse today as it hosts a day in the field. Organisers say numbers were down on previous years earlier in the day, but that hasn't stopped the festivities.
The sun was shining and the bands playing as punters scattered around the Wingatui Racecourse today for its annual Melbourne Cup meeting. Otago Racing Club General Manager Rebecca Adlam says conditions are perfect.
So, fantastic day. I brought the sunshine. I think I'll claim that. Hannah's gone to Melbourne and she's at the Melbourne Cup today, the previous general manager, and it's raining over there, so I think that's one tick in my favour.
She says numbers early in the day were down on last year, but a lot of people arrived later in the day. While many were watching the track, some students were in high spirits. In 1 hour at the course, the Otago Daily Times witnessed 3 heated altercations between young men.
Behaviour's fantastic, so Gravity Events look after our student area and they do a great job. So yeah, it's good. No one talks at this early stage, so we're really happy with that.
One of the marquee events is Fashion in the Field, and this year's winner wasn't even sure she was going to enter.
A lot of people were saying to me inside when we sat down that I should enter, at least half a dozen or a dozen even, so I thought why not, and my mum came with me as well. We come every year to either Wingatui or we've been lucky enough to have been to Melbourne for the Melbourne Cup as well, which was pretty cool. So yeah.
And while it may not have had the numbers from previous years, the club say they're committed to Melbourne Cup Day.
It is a flagship event for the club, and we just want to build from here and make it bigger and better and brighter each year. So yeah, bring on the next years.
The next big event for Wingatui is Christmas at the races in mid-December. In Dunedin, the South Today.
And 2 rescue helicopters were sent to a crash in central Otago this morning, which left 2 people with serious injuries. Police say their car crashed into a bank on State Highway 87 between Kyburn and Hyde at around 9:30 a.m. St John's say both occupants sustained serious injuries and have been transported to Dunedin Hospital by helicopter. Both had to be freed from the vehicle. Air New Zealand's latest safety video is putting Otago in the spotlight, featuring hundreds of locals in places such as Central Otago, Dunedin and Balclutha. Air New Zealand has released its latest safety video, throwing back to the 90s with a cast of hundreds of local performers, ranging from the Mosgiel Brass Band to transgender rapper Randa.
And if you see the fasten seatbelt sign, return to your seat, buckle up, cause seatbelts were low and tight across your hips.
Air New Zealand's latest safety video, live in planes from today. The 3-minute clip, It's Kiwi Safety, sees performers spreading the safety message. The video was shot in about 9 days from Auckland to Dunedin and shines a light on Otago, with filming also done in Balclutha and Naseby. Air New Zealand say at one stage 300 people were on set in Naseby, tripling the population of the small central Otago town. The Naseby scenes for the safety video were filmed back in September, with filming also taking place at the Naseby indoor curling rink. In Dunedin, filming took place at St Clair Beach, with scenes also shot further south at the Balclutha Bridge. Performers in the video include Hunt for the Wilderpeople actor Julian Dennison.
Thank you, Jess.
And also features hip-hop artist Kings.
Make sure your mask is fitting legit before you go helping the kids.
The music adapts 2 songs, Run DMC's It's Tricky and In the Neighbourhood by Sisters Underground. It's the 18th of the airline safety videos, which started back in 2009. In Dunedin, the South Today.
An elderly Dunedin man was arrested last night after allegedly exposing himself to an 11-year-old girl while urinating on a public rug at a Guy Fawkes night celebration. A person at the scene says the mother of the girl reported the incident to police. The park was full of families letting off fireworks to celebrate Guy Fawkes night. When the man was confronted about his behaviour, he allegedly attempted to flee in his vehicle but drove into the car parked beside him. Police say the 70-year-old man was located inside his crashed vehicle and arrested. A group of Otago Boys High School pupils have taken out the top award at the Young Enterprise Scheme Business Awards. The idea of making conversational te reo Māori easier with a set of cards is the secret of their success.
Playing the cards they're dealt. This group of senior Otago Boys High pupils are off to the national final of the Young Enterprise Scheme Business Awards in Wellington next month. They say coming up with the Kuranga playing cards, giving people basic te reo Māori skills, came from a lot of hard work, blood, sweat and maybe tears.
Well, for us it's been a lot of hard work over the year, a lot of arguing, a lot of breakthroughs even, so to come out with this award, really proud, really humbling.
They're rewarding as well, yeah. It means a lot. Yeah.
The team hopes their cards can educate more people in basic te reo Māori. They've sold more than 400 packs of the cards so far and are stoked with the win.
So we talk about it all the time, and yeah, I guess it's sort of just not giving up, staying true to who you are as yourself, not letting other people bend or break you for what they, or like change you for what they want to do, stay true and do what you want to do.
Organisers say the awards hope to encourage young entrepreneurs.
Young Enterprise is a chance for students to unleash their entrepreneurial spirit, whether they choose to go on and work for somebody else later in life or set up their own business. So the awards are about celebrating that entrepreneurial spirit, to celebrate the ups and downs of business, both the successes and the roadblocks along the way.
The recent awards evening featured the top 6 teams competing for the title of Yes Regional Winner for Otago. And Terry Shubkin says the criteria to impress the judging panel sets a high bar, and it's more than just a week or a month's work.
So yes, students actually across the country go through a series of challenges throughout the year, and it's designed to teach them about business and get them doing certain things that are required in business. Now, the top 6 teams were selected through that process of scores throughout the year, and they came and pitched tonight. And so the final winner tonight was the team that best convinced the judges that they were investment ready. So it's basically where the judges would put their own money if they were to invest themselves.
The Young Enterprise Scheme is a nationwide experience-based program for Year 12 to 13 students, giving them the opportunity to set up and run their own businesses. In Dunedin, the South Today.
And still to come on the South Today, a tourist with a broken leg clinging to a windswept ledge above the sea. Why St John defends its decision to not use a rescue helicopter. And tiny potted bonsai trees, some decades old, are on display in Dunedin.
It's that time of year. It's time to get into the garden, and it's time to get your weed eater. Down here at the Power Garden Department at Andersons Bay Road, this year it's all about the cordless weed eater. Come down and see us at Mitre 10 Mega and we'll help you get it done right.
Step into Op Shop on St Andrew and discover a place with plenty of bargains for yourself, your friends and the whole family. We have new items arriving every day. Visit us for a fabulous range of economy and upmarket clothing, accessories, books, shoes and more. Shop with us and support your community.
Spring is here and it's time to get in the garden. Ready Lawn will take care of your lawn needs, making Lawn Care a snap. They will install the perfect lawn while you plant your favourite flowers and vegetables. Call Ready Lawn today so you can enjoy the coming season.
Electrify NZ Dunedin sell quality European designed e-bikes with reliable componentry so that you too can wear the e-bike grin. Call in for your complimentary test ride today or book online. Find us at 249 Cumberland Street, phone 021 035 9820.
It's always really satisfying when a customer comes back after doing a purchase of outdoor furniture and knowing that we've got it done right.
When it's time to say goodbye to your pet, Heaven Sent Pet Cremations are here to help you through this difficult experience. Call Heaven Sent Pet Cremations today for their care and guidance. Phone 489 2274.
Every reason, every season, we're proud to dress the region. Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
Step into Shop on Carrot and discover a shop full of treasures. We have a fantastic range of vintage and retro clothes, upmarket clothing labels, collectible items, beautiful jewellery, quality linen and the best range of vintage haberdashery.
At Green Island Medical Centre, we are committed in caring for our future and present generations. We know as a young person, coming to the doctors can be quite daunting. Our highly skilled doctors and nurses will make your experience one where you will leave with a smile. Your health is very important to us.
Welcome back. A man has been accused of deliberately running over a woman in Milton last night, leaving her with moderate injuries. Police say the man has been charged with assault and bailed to appear in the Dunedin District Court on Friday. Officers understood the person had been deliberately driven at and was lucky not to receive more serious injuries. A St John spokesman says the victim was taken to Dunedin Hospital with moderate injuries. The incident happened on private property. St John is defending its decision of not using a rescue helicopter to help a German tourist as she clung to a windswept ledge high above the sea near Dunedin. DOC is installing new signs and fencing in the wake of last week's rescue at Tunnel Beach. It's also urging people not to walk onto the headland at the increasingly popular tourist hotspot. Last Thursday, Johanna Langner slipped on wet grass, fell down a rock face, broke her leg and stopped her slide just in time to prevent a potentially fatal fall into the ocean. The 25-year-old Bavarian was comforted and received emergency first aid on the ledge before being rescued by firefighters using ropes and a Stokes basket. It's understood St John staff on the ground pleaded for an Otago rescue helicopter to be deployed, but their requests were refused by the St John Air Desk in Auckland. The dispatch service was centralised last year as part of a 2-year trial. In an emailed statement, Coastal Otago Territory Manager Doug Third said based on information provided from the scene, it was determined a helicopter was not the right response for the conditions. And tiny potted trees, some of them decades old, are on display as part of this year's Bonsai Society exhibition. On display are bonsai trees from around the region, some of which have had several decades of being carefully manicured into shape.
Potted miniature trees on display at Dunedin's Community Gallery. Every 2 years, the Otago Bonsai Society showcases some of the best trees from the region. Bonsai expert Joy Morton has gained an international reputation for her creations, and she got into the art of bonsai after seeing a photo of a tree back in 1970.
I learned how to do it myself. I must admit I've killed quite a few trees to start with, but over my 48 years of doing bonsai I have learned.
Bonsai spend most of their time outdoors, only being brought inside for special occasions. They spend the first year or two with wire to bend them into a desired shape.
After about a year to 18 months you take the wires off and it's continuous maintenance of just trimming the trees in the springtime and repotting it every couple of years.
Some of Joy Morton's trees are now many decades old, but they can get much older than that.
On a recent trip to China, I actually stood in front of a tree that was 500 years old. That's pretty awesome. Yeah, to think that it's lived for all that time.
The bonsai exhibition runs at the Dunedin Community Gallery until Friday. In Dunedin, for the South Today.
After the break on the South Today, cake and flowers and more than 90 people were on hand to celebrate the 20th birthday of One Southland Rest Home. And we find out whether today's weather is set to stick around.
Every Kiwi deserves a reliable garage door. Rely on Garador to protect your important stuff. Just like Darren. His Garador keeps his favourite ride in mint condition. We have a huge range at affordable prices. Visit our website for a free consultation. We stand behind every door.
Helping New Zealanders to do more. Talk to MTF today.
Active Interior Design in Mornington are the curtain and blind experts. The team can even advise you on outdoor products and will ensure that everything is perfect. For interior design with flair, call Active to book your free in-home consultation or call into the showroom in Mornington.
Every reason, every season, we're proud to dress the region. Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
Hello, it's Jeremy down here at Mighty 10 Mega in Andersons Bay. We've got 35 different lawnmowers down in our power garden department. We've got ride-on mowers, petrol mowers, battery operated mowers, push mowers. Did you know we've even got a robot, a little robot lawnmower that pops out during the day when you're at work or play. It'll pop out and mow your lawn. So come down and see me, Jeremy, down in the power garden department at Mighty 10 Mega in Andersons Bay Road, where we'll help you get it done right first time.
At Green Island Medical Centre, we are committed in caring for our future and present generations. We know as a young person, coming to the doctors can be quite daunting. Our highly skilled doctors and nurses will make your experience one where you will leave with a smile. Your health is very important to us.
Step into Op Shop on St Andrew and discover a place with plenty of bargains for yourself, your friends and the whole family. We have new items arriving every day. Visit us for a fabulous range of economy and upmarket clothing, accessories, books, shoes and more. Shop with us and support your community.
I just like it. It's something that you can see the fruits of your own labour. You put it right now, you don't have as much to do at Christmas. But you come see me, Derek, in the garden department, and then we get it done right. Motor Trade Finance proudly brings you Rural Delivery. A look at the places and faces behind New Zealand agriculture. Tuesday evenings 8:30, repeating Saturday morning at 8 and Sunday afternoons 4:30.
Welcome back. An injured person was trapped in their car for a time earlier this afternoon after the vehicle went off a Southland highway and crashed into a power pole. Police say the car went off the highway north of Winton and power lines came down. The road was down to one lane south of Benmore Otapiri Road under stop-go traffic management. The person has sustained moderate injuries. Meanwhile, an Invercargill pupil was taken to hospital after an assault at a high school this afternoon. Police were called to Southland Boys High School just before 2 p.m. over an assault which involved two pupils. One of the pupils was taken to Southland Hospital. Stuff is reporting the injuries as serious. Wyndham community members were on hand with cake and flowers to celebrate the 20th birthday of the Wyndham and Districts Community Rest Home on Saturday. More than 90 people attended the celebrations, including Deputy Mayor Paul Duffy and past and present members of the Rest Home Board.
The message on the commemorative book takes the cake. Residents and staff of the Wyndham and Districts Community Rest Home celebrate its 20th birthday. Deputy Mayor Paul Duffy paying tribute to Rest Home managers and the team.
They had some very big hills to climb, and all credit to them that they stuck to it and had a vision in mind, and they succeeded in that. And I certainly remember Ozzy and Kay Hunter, Annie and Rogers, their grit, if you like, and the way they worked in it. And I just said to someone before, Aussie and Kay are still indirectly running this place.
The celebration included an afternoon tea with presentations about the history of the rest home and its current facilities. Duffy says the team goes above and beyond, earning them a top accolade.
I think that sort of sums it up. I mean, that's a big thing to get that Supreme Award for aged care for the whole of New Zealand, right here in Wyndham, is amazing. And it's not some big conglomerate with a lot of money behind it and listed on the share market and all the rest of it. It's local people with passion.
His sentiments are shared by Chairman of the Rest Home Board, Malcolm Hunter.
And the way they care for the residents was highlighted by the judges at the Aged Care Awards, as well as the huge community involvement. The Rest Home has come a long way in 20 years, from the original takeover, through the renovation stage, and to now winning the Aged Care Association Best Home Under 50 Residents in New Zealand, and overall winner of all categories.
He remembers when he took over the chairman's role, learning the words rest home weren't exactly accurate.
I quickly learned that this is no rest home. Everyone is busy. Residents doing their thing, management and staff busy looking after the residents' needs, as well as record taking.
The home's eldest resident, 101-year-old Dougald McKenzie, thanked Annette Sinclair and the Rest Home staff for how well he's been looked after during his 6-year stay.
The staff for that good looking after us.
That's all good. It's our privilege. It's just our privilege.
The celebrations went on for much of Saturday afternoon. In Gore, the South Today.
And now recapping tonight's top stories on the South Today. Some Dunedin locals let loose at the Wingatui Racecourse today as it hosts a day in the field. Air New Zealand's latest safety video puts Otago in the spotlight, featuring hundreds of locals and places including Central Otago, Dunedin and Balclutha. And a group of Otago Boys High School pupils have taken out the top award at the Young Enterprise Scheme Business Awards. And now a look at what's happening in tomorrow's Otago Daily Times. Welcome, Craig.
Good evening. Yeah, we're going to have a story tomorrow. Big news for Dunedin. The long-awaited release of the city's 2GB plan. It's released tomorrow. It's basically going to map out what's in store for the city over the next 10 years in terms of future development.
Big news.
Yeah, it will be. It's been 6 years in the making, and it's a 1,600-page document. It's got an early morning embargo, so I can't say too much other than say, yeah, we're going to have some extensive coverage of that, and there will be plenty of debate, no doubt, and plenty of angst from various people once they get to have a look at it. So the letters there will keep coming.
Okay.
Also, a bit of a worrying time for motorists if they think they've had it hard so far with lots of traffic cones around the city. Road authorities were meeting today to discuss what they're going to do once the hospital rebuild gets underway, given that we've got State Highway 1 sort of passing both sides of the hospital rebuild. Concerns about safety and traffic disruption as well. The meeting was closed to the public and media, but suggestions are it also might mean a rethink of the cycle lane, which has been going down the one way and has also been causing plenty of debate around the city. So,
I see. Okay.
Yeah, it's a lot of work to do there. Hospital build doesn't start to 2020, but they're trying to get things underway and hopefully get it sorted out. So. And also a big day in Melbourne and Wingatui with the Melbourne Cup. We've got full coverage from both of those. And tomorrow, cricket in the city with the Otago Volts hosting Canterbury in a one-day match. They'll be looking to get a bit of consistency in their game and back up their win from earlier in the week against Central.
Lots in tomorrow's Otago Daily Times then. Thank you very much, Craig. And time now for a look at tomorrow's weather.
Tonight's weather proudly brought to you by Molmap.
Tonight's southern view is of cattle enjoying the fine weather. Looking at the situation, a warm northwesterly airflow brings heavy rain to western areas and some lighter falls further east, but cold fronts mean a change to cooler southwesterly air and clearing showers on Thursday and Friday. Starting off at the northwest of the South Island, Greymouth and Westport can expect rain and a high of 17 degrees. Across to the northeast, Nelson is cloudy with a high of 21 and Blenheim also cloudy and 23. And to Canterbury, a cloudy day for Kaikoura with a high of 22. Christchurch and Ashburton similar with a high of 23. Looking at the southern towns now, Catlins, Balclutha, Gore and Lumsden are in for fresh northwesterlies, rain later and 18 degrees. Heading westwards to the Central Lakes area, expect strong northwesterlies, cloud increasing and highs of 20 in Wanaka and 22 in Alexandra with cloud increasing, late rain and 19 in Queenstown, while Te Anau, you only manage 17 degrees and it's going to rain, Looking at the northern towns, Timaru, you're a stunner with 26 degrees and high cloud, while Oamaru slightly cooler on 24, while those in Amarama and Twizel should expect strong moderate northwesterlies, cloud increasing and highs of 20 degrees. And in Dunedin, fine tonight with an overnight low of 12. Sunny at first but high cloud increasing and lowering tomorrow with warm temperatures and moderate northerly winds. A high of 23 and a mild low of 13. Heavy rain at first on Thursday, easing to showers and showers clearing late in the day with moderate colder southwest winds. A high of 13 degrees. And in Invercargill, high cloud increasing tonight with northerlies with a with a low of 12 degrees, not too bad. Warm northwesterlies freshening tomorrow with cloud increasing and rain developing late in the day. A high of 20 degrees. Rain easing to showers and increasing sunny periods on Thursday with fresh, cool southwesterlies, looking at a high of 13 degrees. And that's it from the team here this Thursday. For the latest news from the southern region, head online to odt.co.nz, channel 39.co.nz and follow us on Facebook and YouTube. Thanks for watching. Do join us again tomorrow. Good night.
This bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.